Alrighty, alright everybody, OP Yeti here, and today I want to talk about the beta, the Guilty Gear Strive beta that we just finished, that just happened. The very first day you're able to play against the computer, and then after that you can play against real people online. The very first day, computer, and then second, third, and fourth is actually against real people online. The very first day with the computer, I played a little bit, a couple hours on that, but I didn't really dive into too much on one character. I was kind of trying all the characters out and trying to learn mechanics and kind of the feel of how they play. I wish I would have spent a little more time with each one of those characters, or at least just one time with Potemkin, and that's what I wanted to learn and play, but I really didn't. I didn't try any really big combos or try anything or try to really use the RC system until like the second and third day, which I should have been using the whole entire time, which is another mechanic thing to it. I'm not a pro, but I still really like fighting games, and I'm really trying to get better at it. But the like half circle and forward or half circle back and the DP versions, those are kind of difficult for me. So while playing those, it was kind of hard. I should have spent more time on practicing those in the very first day, but I didn't. The very first day of the online, that's where we had a lot of issues. People were having the hardest time getting into a match. And it's a beta, we all understand that's what's gonna happen. You gotta get all the bugs and everything figured out. So everyone was just running around in the lobby system, trying to find a person and trying to get it to work, and no one really knew how to do it. It did have a good little tutorial at the beginning, walking through and showing you, and you make your little avatar guy, and you run around, you pull your weapon out, and then if someone else has a weapon out, you can run up to them and start the match. It wasn't really working that well, and even when you got into a match, it would crash. So that went on for about an hour and a half, and they shut the system down, put you back with the computer for a little while. It wasn't long, like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then it was back up and you were able to play against them. Go back online, and then the issues were still a little laggy, still a little problem, but getting a match was faster. Getting a match was okay, so they pretty much worked it out. The second and third day, I didn't have any problems finding a person. There was maybe like 1 or 2 times where it would crash after I play a game, and then I couldn't get back into a match. I'd have to get all the way back out, then jump back in, and then it was fine. It only did that a couple times on the second day. Third day, I didn't have any problems. I would jump into a match, get done with the match, go back in to another person, start another match, just kept that going. Lobby system here is the big issue. It looks okay, but finding a match is the biggest problem. Finding a match is the hardest part. Before you have a cabinet, you run up to the cabinet, one person's to the cabinet, the other person's to the cabinet, you start the match and go. The other issue they didn't have a rematch factor into it either. So you'd have to go back out to the lobby, go into it, and then go back into it and fight another match. And while you're sitting there in front of the person, it could put you with somebody else. You're not for sure to get with that person. You back out, run back up to them, usually you'll get it, but it didn't always happen. So that was an issue. A rematch was an issue, but this could all just be because it's the beta and they could change that later. I kind of like the idea of the tower, the different tower that you can have. So if you're starting at the beginning level and you're starting to get stronger and understand the game more, you'll be further up and you can't go back down to the little levels. So I feel like that'll help with high level play in the very first lobby and lower lobbies, which I like that. But you still, as a lower level person, can go all the way up to the level 10 tower. You can go all the way up. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can go all the way up. I don't know if they're going to change that or not, but if you're higher level, a lower level person can still jump up into your match. That's a problem for higher level players and stuff like that. So I don't know if that system's going to change. I don't know if that's how it's still going to be. But for the lobby system, they need to change it to make it easier for people to get into a match. They have a button there. If you run up to the person and you hit X, it'll say, do you want to play in a match or play against this person? It wasn't activatable. You could not use it. So hopefully that's fixed in the real one. If that's there, that's going to eliminate some things that you can just run up to the person and say, I want to fight with you, you got your weapon out. Or it could be if they didn't have their weapon out, at least they'll send them a ping saying, hey, I want to fight. Do you want to fight with me? Sure, cool, let's fight. I like that, being able to do that instead of, okay, you have to go to a cabinet, or you're just standing there and don't know who you're going to get. Another thing with running up to somebody and checking and getting into a map, they don't have anything saying what their connection is, if they have a terrible connection or not. It doesn't say if they're Wi-Fi, it doesn't say if they're connected via cable, it doesn't say any of that. That information would also be able to be helpful, so we can still back out. Be like, okay, this is where they're at, nope, don't like that, it's not that good, I don't want to waste my time, let's get back out. So they didn't have that either. I wish they would have had that as well, so I didn't waste time in the beta playing against someone that had terrible connection, but then it just popped out. And it didn't give you a chance to rematch. It didn't give me more than just one match. It only gave me one match, and then it was out. So if they do that for casuals, I'd want more. You know, 2 out of 3 games, or at least the option to. You want a rematch? Cool. No, just bounce out. That's okay. But it just automatically kicked us out. I didn't like that. We know that it's going to have rollback in it. We know that rollback is coming. We know that it did not have rollback. It had delayed base. So there was lag on the online. I was having issues on stuff, but that's not going to be the problem. Hopefully with the game when it actually comes out. People were complaining about the HUD. Me as a new player, the HUD seemed fine. On the bottom, you had the gauge that showed you, okay, you're at half meter, and you're at full meter. It had little gears in the middle, that was 50%, and then you had another one that was all the way full. To do specials in this or Roman cancels, it's only 50%, it's only half. Or, you know, if you got 2, you can do it twice. So that was really easy, real simple. Didn't have to have a bunch of different things to it, a bunch of flames and a bunch of crazy things going on. It was nice, it was simple on the bottom, I like that. The health bars, nice and simple, looks okay. The only thing that I thought was kind of weird, so there was 2 things that I thought was kind of weird. One was the hearts. The hearts on the top showed, at the very beginning you had 2 hearts. And then if you lost that round, you'd only have 1 heart. Usually in fighting games, you have little circles or some type of icon. And if you win a round, you get 1 icon. You need 1 more of those icons, a little circle, and then you'll get 2, and then you win the round. Or 4, how many ever it is, like Tekken has more. It was different in this. It was the opposite, it was going down. But in the lobby system, it made sense. When you're standing out in front of somebody in front of the lobby system, you can see those 2 little pixel characters fighting each other. And when they're fighting each other, they both start with 2 hearts. And then the health bars are there too, and they're slowly decreasing. And then if they lose the round, they lose a heart. So this guy's got 1 heart, and this guy's got 2 hearts. So now you know the guy with 2 hearts is winning, and the guy with 1 heart is losing. That makes sense in that type of aspect, looking out, looking in. But while I was playing, I wasn't used to it. Granted, I got used to it. Eventually, it's really easy to get used to something like that. But at first, it was kind of weird. But it made more sense looking out, looking in the lobby system. The second thing was your portrait move. So instead of being stationary, the portrait usually is in the corner, and your health bar is a totally different thing. So it shows you which character you are. It actually moves with your health. So your health is here, and it slowly moves down. That was okay. I didn't have a problem with that too much. But depending where you slowly glance up and look at your portrait, was different from where your health bar was, because it's at the back end to the front end. It wasn't exactly where it was at, but it's a quick look back into it to see where you're at. You can get a good justification of where you're at. Like, okay, I'm at 30%. Okay, I'm not dead yet. Oh, I got a little bit left. Oh shoot, we better do something or go on the defensive. The other gauge that I did not know was there's this little purple bar. I believe it was a purple bar at the bottom. It was moving as well. I still don't know a lot about it. I think it's your risk gauge or risk counter or something like that. The more times you take a block or something, it goes up to give you a counter. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. I need to look into it. I didn't even know. So after this, I'm gonna take a look at that. But that gauge there would slowly go up and down. So I didn't even know anything about that. And it didn't tell me anything about that I know of. I did not see anything in the beta part explaining it. So that I didn't like. Granted, they didn't show all the tutorials and everything that would go through and show you, hey, this is what this is, this is what that is. So as a new player, that part confused me. And I did not like it because I didn't know what it was. In this game, compared to the other games, other Guilty Gear games, they're really fast paced, big combos, a lot of different things. And they kind of, for this game, and a lot of games that are coming out nowadays, they kind of make it easier for new players. Me, I kind of know some concepts, and the girlfriend, she doesn't know any. Just from watching me, she kind of knows me explaining it to her. So we both jumped into it, both trying to play and figure it out, and it's supposed to be better for new players. Well, it doesn't have an auto combo system, which isn't always the greatest thing, but it is nice for new players. You can just mash this button. So I can show her, hey, just keep hitting light or keep hitting medium, they'll do a combo. So she didn't have that, but the combo strings are easier. It's 1 or 2 buttons. So to hit X, then forward and triangle, she knew exactly what to do. She would do that 2-button combo and not have a problem with it. So that was nice for her to just, hey, there's 2 buttons and a direction, 1 button and a direction button. That's all you have to do. And she learned that and figured it out. The half circles, the half circles forward, stuff like that, that's the PPs, those were difficult. They're difficult for me, but even more for her. So trying to simplify a combo system makes sense. Not simplifying the inputs did not make sense to me, especially when we have a game like Grand Blue, where it actually is just, hey, it's a button and a button, you push those two buttons at the same time, you have this hard input that comes out, and just the recharge is a little delayed. I don't like the recharge factor, but it makes sense for using those quick inputs. The only other way to do that is make your damage lighter. Then the person wants to learn later, hey, I want to do these actual inputs, get better at the game, and do more damage so I could actually win faster, or actually win at all. It kind of depends on how they want to do it, but for newcomers coming in and doing a hospital forward, kind of difficult. A DP, kind of difficult, but you need to learn that. But do you need to learn it right away? Is there an easier way to do it? Grand Blue has shown us, yes, there's easier ways to do it. It'd be nice if they implemented that, but just throwing that out there, it was easier for her to do the quick combos. That wasn't a problem, and you get a lot of damage for it, so it's good reward. That's great. Being a beta, there are a lot of things to change. I said a couple things that they can change on it, but the game is the most beautiful game out there. It looks amazing, plays amazing, the soundtrack is freaking awesome. Everything is great about it. The gameplay I enjoy. Yes, it's a little easier. Yes, the damage is huge, but it makes me want to learn the damage, learn the combos to get that big damage. And it's so cool. It feels good that you do a couple combos and you actually kill somebody. But when you're on the other end of it, it's kind of rough. But you know that's how it is for everybody. There's certain combos and things they can do that can do half damage. You gotta look out for it. So that was fun. I enjoy the gameplay a lot. How it looks and how it plays is great. When I was playing against the computer, I didn't have any delay or any stutters or anything, so I didn't have any issues, so you get to play the game to its fullest. This is good. I like it, enjoy it, I had fun, and it looks amazing, but there's still some other things that they can tweak on and adjust and fix. But it is the beta. There is some more. There's a lot of time before this game comes out. They have a lot that they can fix. In the survey, they asked a lot of questions, and they gave you a lot of spots to put comments. You can put all the comments that were in it and say, you know, this is, at the very end, it gave you a whole section where it was like, well, what do you like, what did you not like, and what comments do you have to fix these issues? And it gave you a whole big section that I filled out, saying pretty much the exact same thing that I'm saying now on that section, saying what it is. But it's cool how you go through the survey and they ask, okay, what other games do you play? Have you played the other games? What characters would you like in this game? What would you like us to do forward? Would you like us to put out an anime? Would you like us to do this? What other tournaments would you like? Would you like to see a time where you can play against the actual producers or people that made the game? Which I said yes, because I thought that was kind of cool. That'd be kind of fun. It has a lot of things in it that you know that they're going to look at and fix and apply and change if they need to, and they get enough, you know, information on it. So if you haven't already, take your survey, explain everything to the letter, let them know what is going on and what we need to fix. So online, they're already fixing that. Hopefully they implement that properly. That's going to be good. The netcode will be fine. After that, excuse me. After that, they need to fix the way you play a game in the lobby. That needs to be fixed. The visuals, amazing. Soundtrack, amazing. Keep doing what they're doing there. It looks great. So thanks for watching this, guys. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. I was also thinking about putting up a bunch of the gameplay as well on the channel, but it's not the greatest gameplay and I get my butt kicked a lot. But if you'd like to see that, please leave in the comments saying that you would, and I'll definitely put those up. See you guys in the next one.